pasa? What's up? Antonio Serrano here, and today I have a magical character just for you. In this video I'm going to talk about, I always say I'm going to talk about a legend, I'm going to talk about a master, but in this case I think it could be it. I'm going to be talking about Buster Keaton. I would say that if you ask me what's my favorite star in the whole cinema movie industry of all time, I think that I would go for Buster Keaton without even having a second thought about it. What a true master, what a great mind thinking about how to shoot a scene, how to make it happen. His understanding about everything, about script, character development is outstanding. And obviously, from my point of view, the comedic aspect of his work, it's second to none. So guys, without further ado, let's take a look at all of the tips that we can extract from this master as it is Buster Keaton for our work as magicians. Let's get started. Okay guys, I know what you are all thinking. I'm a mind reader, as Paul Daniel says. I'm a mind reader, I know what you guys are thinking. You are going to be saying, oh, Antonio is going to talk about character once again, and Buster Keaton is a complete character, and we should be like a polished character. No, that's not what I'm about to say, so shut it. Shut it! It is true, it is 100% true that Buster Keaton is a complete character, and we as performers should also be complete characters. But the main source of comedic purpose, comedic reaction that we get from watching Buster Keaton's films is the fight, the combat that is between the character against the environment or the situation, right? That kind of byplay that we have from character against situation. You have this character that is, we could say that it is sad, but it is not sad. It's like, I don't care, right? Stone face that it is called, right? Completely, I don't care. I don't care about, you have no kind of feeling showing through the face, and at the same time you have a lot of feelings conveyed and portrayed in that face. But the comedic purpose, the comedic element from those films come from the fight that we have always between that character against the environment. The environment that he is in is putting that character in situations where he doesn't belong. He doesn't want to be there. So that's where the comedic purpose appears, right? So this is something that we magicians can learn a lot about, because we magicians are great creators when we are creating situations that always suit us. We magicians love telling stories like, I remember this time when I was playing card with this guy and I completely beat him with this royal flush. Oh my god, I'm so good. We love creating scenarios where we feel extremely comfortable. And that way, a character can develop. But the character develops a lot less when you are in friendly and comfortable environments and scenarios. Your character is going to develop more, you are going to be more human, you are going to humanize yourself for the audience, and you are going to be more lovable and more interesting when you are put in the spot, when you are put in situations where you are like, I don't want to be here, this something wrong here, I don't know what to do. That's something that people can really relate to, right? And it's a position where magicians are not normally found in, right? In those situations. So something that we can learn from Buster Balloon is that you must put yourself in situations that are not comfortable simply to make your character shine, okay? What a great tip from this guy, yeah. Okay, next tip, and you have to agree with me that this is gold. This is a gold nugget right for you. Study every angle and option possible or available that you have. Study everything. I didn't know that this was true, but I recently watched on YouTube scenes that he took out from some of his movies, and I saw like, but this was in the movie. I remember, why is people saying that this is an outtake or this is something that he took off? This scene is in the movie. And then when I watched the movie back, I realized that it was the same scene, but it was shot from the other angle, right? In one of his movies, I don't remember the title, sorry, there is a scene where he is like running away, and he goes to the back of a car. Like he hands onto the spare wheel that is attached in the back of a convertible vintage car. Like that. And when the car drives off, you realize that the wheel is in fact the notice, right, from the garage that is there, right? It's kind of a decorative piece, and he's hanging to that wheel that is stuck there. There's no way that that wheel is going to move anywhere. So I saw that scene in the film, shot from the back, right, where you can see the wheel, and shot from the front of the car, so you can see the car going and Buster Keaton attached to the wheel. So he studied every single option available, like, okay, I'm gonna shoot it this way, I'm gonna shoot it this way, I'm gonna shoot it from here, and then when he takes a look at all of the elements, he goes like, no, this is the funniest one. This is the money shot. This is the one that is going to be the funniest. And this is something that I can relate a lot because I love doing that. Every year when I change from one show to another, I always go like, okay, I'm going to do the show this way because right now I think that performing the show this way is the best. The best way to perform this show is in this manner, in this order, with these tricks and these gags. Perfect. But I also have some notes like, I would also like to try this. I would also like to try changing these two routines. One before the other one, change the order in the elements. I would love to change the pattern in this routine. I think that this pattern is the best, but I also have this other script and I would like to try out this one and see if it works. You have to try out everything. A lot of the times we discard ideas simply because we think that the thing that we are currently doing is better. No, you have to try it. You have to try it. I know it's hard because every time that you have to do something new is a risk and it is difficult, but that's the only way that we can improve our material and come up with original material. So I think that very few people can have that gold medal on their chest like Buster Keaton, talking about trying every possible option and then taking the best outcome that you think that suits your goal and your pursuit. It's great. Okay guys, the next piece of advice that we can learn from this master is taking risks. Okay, I was talking previously about trying all of the possible options available that we have, and we said that, okay, this is maybe risky because I know that this works and now I want to do it like in a different way. But keep in mind, this guy was a guy that put himself in front of a house and he let like the front panel of the house fall down on top of him, and he saved himself from a window, like a window in the middle of the house. It was perfectly aligned with him, so the front of the house went boom, and he had no kind of damage. And that was done practically. No CGI, obviously, for that time. That was done really with real props. He could perfectly have killed himself if he moved like 5 or 10 centimeters. It's bonkers when you think about it. It's bonkers, right? And also there is a scene where he is like walking through cranes, right? Cranes, and I know that they weren't that high, but he had no kind of protection. No kind of protection, no kind of horn or something like that. There is nothing like that. And he's walking through one crane to the other, and the cranes go like that, and they meet for a very short period of time. And without even looking down, he's simply walking in a straight line, and he knows that he's going to nail the timing to get the foot on top of the next crane and walk still in a straight line. Taking risk is part of being an artist. That's 100% it. We must take risk. If an artist is creating, doing things, but he's always thinking about feeling comfortable, this is how I want to do things, this is my safe bet, this is my comfortable zone, my comfort zone, you have to get out of there. Out of there. And once you feel comfortable with that thing that at the beginning was risky, then you try to be risky again. And that's the only way that you feel alive. That's the only way that you can consider yourself an artist that is original and that is pushing the limits. Okay? Great lesson that we can learn from Buster Keaton. Yeah. Okay guys, and this is the last tip, last idea that we can extract from this master, as it is Buster Keaton. And it is something that I've talked to you a lot of the times, like saying, if you have a character and then you find a routine or a joke that you think that doesn't suit your character perfectly, you have to find a situation in which you can place your character for him to do that joke or that routine. And I was rewatching some of Buster Keaton's videos to film this video for you, and I realized that this guy has an even better solution to that problem. And it is outstanding. It is basically, if you come up with a joke or a routine that you would never do, you would never perform, give it to another character. As simple and as plain as that. If you come up with a joke or a gag or even a full routine that you think that your character would never do it, give that routine to another character. And you may say, okay, that's easy for Buster Keaton because he has other character in his movies. But me, I am a magician performing solo on stage. No problem. If you have a joke that you would never say, put that joke in a story where you are interacting with other characters. And another character is the one that is going to say that line to you, for example. And you are going to react to that line like, oh, no, you never. How could you have said that? Because your character would never do that, right? So it is even funnier if you take a look into that perspective. And this is something that I applied in my skipping rope routine, right? I am talking with the guy that is selling me the skipping rope, and there are some lines that I would never do. But the guy that is selling the skipping rope to me and is trying to con me and all that stuff, he could say anything he wants. He's a con man, right? So it's extremely interesting tool to have this in your toolbox, right? And also, if you have like a full routine, like a full-blown whole routine that you would never do because of that situation, you can have a character doing that routine, like saying, oh, I remember the time when I went I don't know where and I saw a guy cooking something for us and he did something like that, and you can perform cups and balls or chop cap and talk about how he did this with cherry tomatoes and then produce the fruit or items to do a salad or something like that. It doesn't have to be a magician, because a lot of magicians do that thing of saying, oh, I remember when I saw a magician doing this stuff, and I don't really like that. I don't really like when a magician is playing the part of another magician. You are already a magician. Why do you have to take that kind of character like, I am this magician, but now I'm going to be this magician? No, right? I don't like that. If you do it, that's fine, but I don't like that. If you are going to play a character, to do a routine to suit you, try to play a different character or something like that. I love the routine Presto from Jeff McBride, where he incarnates himself like he's like a time traveler, he says, and he turns himself into a medieval performer, right? With the mask and the hat. He starts to talk like with an accent, like he comes from ancient Italy or something like that. Thank you audience, thank you very much, presto, no, I think the name is Bravo, right? The name is Bravo, bravo, and it's great. When he finished the routine, he's like, I'm back. So he's playing a character to perform that routine, because that way it suits better his style. That's great. And this is something that if you watch any of Buster Keaton movies, you are going to see perfectly how he gives other characters jokes that are great, that are gold, but he could never perform them, because maybe to do that joke you must be happy, to do that joke you must be angry, or you should feel jolly or something like that, and he could never pull that off, which is great. A lot of the times you see directors or script writers that when they write a film, right, when they make a film or they direct a film, you can see that all of the characters are that guy. You can listen to a girl talking in the movie and it's like, oh my god, I can completely see that this guy is the one that wrote the script. And then you see like a kid talking in the film and you're like, oh my god, I can completely see that this guy wrote the film. And he's like, for me that's not a good thing. For me, that's not a good thing, because that is implying that this guy's style is over the comfort of the character. The character must feel comfortable, the character must feel natural, right? But this guy writing a style is more important for him than creating a natural environment. And Buster Keaton does this brilliantly. Like, you can see his jokes, you can see the jokes from the rest of the characters, and it's like completely different jokes, worlds apart, right? They are perfect for each other. So this is a lesson that we can extract. Okay guys, so this is everything that I have to tell you about Buster Keaton. I hope that you found this information useful. Please subscribe, please comment below, and I will see you, as always, in a near future. Bye there!